Zephaniah chapter number 9, verse 17 says, "For how great is his goodness, and how great is his beauty." I wonder if you know how great our God is today. I wonder if you truly know how great. You know, it's a funny thing about the apostolic culture. We sing songs that really they don't answer the question, but I wonder if you can answer the question for yourself. How great is your God today? Come on, if you truly believe God is great, why don't you outwardly show that God is great? If you truly believe that God is a miracle worker, why don't you truly show that God is a miracle worker? Come on, for 5 seconds, can you just clap your hands and shout unto God with a voice of triumph in this house? You may be seated as long as you promise not to sit down on me. Give honor to Bishop Blankenship, Pastor Bembry, Pastor Clay, Pastor Towns, the pastoral ministerial staff of this church. Give honor to all of you for showing up tonight. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I did not know what I was going to come up here and say. I've known for a month that I've had this 5 spot. I've known all day that I've had this 5 spot, and I still didn't know what I was going to come up here and say. But God spoke to me this morning, I fully believe. And he said this, before I listened to Brother Connor's 5 spot, he said, "Tell my people how great I am." He said, somebody still needs a reminder how great I am. And if you look at the definition of great, great as an adjective means of an extent, amount, or intensity considerably above the normal or average. We find there are great leaders in our organization. There are great leaders in this world that you can describe them as many different things. But I'm not up here to preach you anything out of the ordinary. I'm not here to preach you anything with the big words or the pretty letters, but I'm just going to tell you what the Bible says for just a moment about our God. It says in Genesis that He is the Creator. It says in Exodus that He's the Passover Lamb. It says in Leviticus that He's the High Priest. It says in Numbers that He's the water in the desert. It says in Deuteronomy that He becomes the curse for us. It says in Joshua that He's the commander of the army of the Lord. It says in Judges that He delivers us from injustice. It says in Ruth that He is our kingdom redeemer. It says in 1st and 2nd Samuel that He is the King of grace and of love. It says in 1st and 2nd Kings that He is a powerful prophet. And it says in 1st and 2nd Chronicles that He is the King who reigns eternally. Do you believe that He is great yet? It says in Ezra that He is the priest proclaiming freedom. It says in Nehemiah that He is the one who restores what is broken down. It says in Esther that He is the protector of His people. It says in Job that He is the mediator. It says in Psalms that He's the song in the morning and a song in the evening. It says in Proverbs that He is our wisdom. It says in Ecclesiastes that He is our meaning for life. It says in Song of Solomon that He is the author of faithful love. My friend, do you still or do you now believe that God is great? Because I can continue. Let me skip a few books. It says in Matthew that He is the Messiah who is king. It says in Mark that He is a servant. It says in Luke that He is a deliverer. It says in John that He is a God in the flesh. It says in Acts that He is a spirit who dwells in His people. It says in Romans that He is the righteousness of God. It says in 1st and 2nd Corinthians that He is the power and love of God, and He is the down payment for what's to come. It says in Galatians that He is our very life. It says in Ephesians that He is the unity of our church. It says in Philippians that He is the joy of our life. My friend, I'm here to ask you again, do you truly know how great our God is? because I can continue if you like. In Philemon, he is a mediator. In Hebrews, he is our high priest. In James, he is the matures of our faith. In 1 Peter, he is our hope in times of suffering. In 1st, 2nd, and 3rd John, he is God in flesh. And in Revelation, he's the King of kings, the Lord of lords. He's the Alpha, he's the Omega, he's the beginning, and he's the ending. He's coming again, and he's the one who makes all, is all, and is in you all. My friend, do you believe yet that our God is great? I got 30 more seconds, and so I wonder all over this house, if you truly believe God is great, if you would lift your voice, lift your hands,